Blessings, everybody. Blessings, blessings, blessings. The David King, Vested in Milwaukee show today. And today we're going to talk about, real quick, not going to be on long today, but we want to talk about how important are your children to you. And the reason we brought using this topic today is because, and this is for Milwaukee, I see parents all over this state, all over this country that is fighting for their children. They're fighting the education system. They're fighting against transgenders, reading storybooks to their children. They're fighting almost everything around this state, around um, this country, but I don't see the fight in the city of Milwaukee. We listen to the complaints. We listen to people rant, but we don't see the fight. We don't see the fight when it comes to our children. If you would ask a parent what's really going on in the school system, they can tell you. No parent is ever questioning about how much money is going into the school and where's the money really going. Why is it that my child is being exposed to stuff that we don't even expose them to at home? There is not really a fight when it comes to, in Milwaukee, when it comes to our children. And I want to know how important are your children to you, because there has to become a time where parents are saying enough is enough. When we see all of this stuff going on, and most of us parents, we grew up and we barely see anything on TV when we was coming up, but we see stuff on TV. We never seen anything when it comes to how should I say this? When it comes to the immorality that is being poured out in our children's faces, and you got transgenders, you got pedophiles who's now named MAP, minor attractive person. We got all of this mess going on. MPS is not graduating a lot of kids that can read at grade school, at their grade level, or do math at their grade level. We have all of this stuff going on, and in the process of it, there's not a peep from parents. And I understand, because some of you probably saying, well, you know what? I don't think this is happening at my son or my daughter's school. I don't think this is okay. Well, one parent went to visit their child at school, went into the school, went into their child's math class, and guess what? They was not teaching math in the math class. They was talking about other stuff like aliens and things that is does not have anything to pertain to math. And this is not the first time that you have classes that is designed to talk against God. It's designed to make make the children feel different. It's in the classes, they're telling the children, you can just be whatever you want to be, and you don't have to choose that agenda, that gender that they chose for you. You don't have to be a boy. You don't have to be a girl. We don't know what's going on in the classrooms, but yet the parents are not making any fuss, making any noise. Parents are not paying attention to what's going on. So I decided to help the parents to see what actually is going on in classrooms. So on Saturday, September 23rd at 2:00 p.m. at 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue at Latter Rain Divine, we're having Dr. Duke Pestle come in town to share with parents what's really, really going on in the education system. And it's something that you need to pay attention to. You have so many young kids, young adults, high schoolers, college students, middle school are committing suicide, and they're becoming depressed, and you're wondering what's going on. And so we have to really begin to start paying attention to what's going on in our school system, to the fact that some parents didn't even know that they would put litter boxes in the schools for the children who identify as a cat. Or we haven't understood and realized that the federal government gave money to schools through the lunch system that will allow a boy who feels like he's a girl to shower with the girls, and vice versa, and go into the opposite bathroom. Well, in Virginia, there was a young man who identified as a girl and went into the girls' bathroom and raped a high schooler. Then they wanted to keep it hush hush, and they just transferred him to another school. And when he got to the other school, he did the same thing. You have teachers having an affairs with students. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. There's so much going on, and parents, you don't even know what's going on. You don't know what they're doing to your children. You don't know what they're indoctrinating your children with. You pastors, you need to know what's going on. You know, I talked to a couple of pastors this week, and they never heard of MAP, minor attractive person. They never knew what was going on, even around the country. Well, in Michigan, you can become a felon if you use the wrong pronoun. Or in California, that if you don't confirm your child or whatever identity that they want to be, that the state can come in and take your child out of the home. We do not pay attention enough to see what they're passing in law or what they added to the bill that is going to affect our children. And so we have children that drunk a lot of lead water. They're having mental challenges. They can't even get the help that they need. We as parents need to start raising some hell. We got to raise hell. We got to let people know enough is enough. You're not going to experiment on my child. You're not going to allow the education system to dumb my child down, how my child is going to compete with all the children around the world if they don't have the best education, if they don't have what they need to survive, and they're not getting the tools in school to make it in the world. Now, yes, parents, we need to do a lot more. We need to make sure our children read. We need to make sure they read in front of us. We need to make sure they can do math, that they do math in front of us. We need to make sure they can spell, make them start spelling words in front of us. And also, parents, you need to teach your children how to cursive write and how to read cursive. Because if they don't know how to read cursive, then how's they going to learn to read history? And if they don't know, then how they know what they're being told is the truth. So we have a lot of work to do. How important are your children to you? Are you willing to jump into the fight, to fight for your children? Are you really ready to rise up and stand up for your children? Are you really ready to make sure that the school board, MPS, are giving your children the best education? Now, watch this. MPS is failing our kids. During the first couple of days of school, they couldn't have school because it was too hot, because the schools didn't have air conditioning. Teachers have to go in their pocket to buy things that they need for their class. Parents has to bring things in to the school so their kids can have it, have what they need for the class. But the superintendent of MPS last month got a raise. Last month got a raise. Nobody said anything. Why did he get a raise if there's no money? If there's no money to put air conditioner in the schools, if there's no money to put books in the schools, if there's no money to make sure that what the teachers need, the supplies that they need is not in the school, but this man's salary is six-figure, and I believe he's making about $300,000 now, and yet he has a failing grade, but they're giving him all that money, and your children are suffering, and nobody is raising any kind of fuss about it. So I am bringing a gentleman in. His name is Dr. Duke Pestle. He's coming in town, and he's going to show parents what is going on in the school system. I'm urging parents, pastors, youth pastors, community leaders that say they love the kids to come out. 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue at Latter Rain Divine Ministries. Come out and see for yourself. It doesn't cost you a dime. It doesn't cost a dime for you to come out and get the information you need so you'll know what to look at. You'll know how to have that conversation with your children. You'll know what they really being taught. You'll know what things that's going on that you are not pleased with or not in agreement with. And so it is important, I can't say it enough, that parents start to know what's really, really going on in the schools, what's really being done in the schools. And so if you don't know what's going on, how are you going to be able to stand up? How are you going to be able to fight it? Everybody's keeping it hush hush. Nobody want to say nothing. They sending transgender in to sit there and read to our kids to talk about what's normal and that this is normal. It is not normal, and we need to stand up for that. Our children should not know anything about sex when they are in K-5 all the way up until really middle school, and then they need to know. They don't need to know that they're in the wrong sex or in the wrong body or all that mess. We put that crap in their head, and we have to stand up for the innocence of our children. We have to make sure that our children had the same childhood we had. I mean, it was innocent. You know, certain things it didn't matter to you. It didn't really matter. You wasn't confused. You was a boy, you was a girl. You wasn't confused. And then definitely in school, they did not tell us in the first grade, second grade, any of this nonsense. We need to know what's going on in the schools. We need to be able to confront every school board member. We really need to get rid of the superintendent until they can do a better job with our children. And if they can't, we need to find somebody that can. We need to elect better school board members. You need to know what's going on in your children's school. You need to be able to just walk in and sit in the class and see what they're teaching. They should not stop you from going into your child's classroom, sit down in the classroom and listen to the teaching. You should have an open door. It should be an open door policy that parents can come in, sit in the class, and listen to what is being taught. Don't give me about the pandemic. Don't give me about it might be an outbreak or something like that. No, you're just trying to keep the parents out so you don't know what's really going on. Parents, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. You need to get involved. You need to make sure that whatever's going on is being dealt with, that we want answers. You get all these millions of dollars and the kids doesn't even have air conditioning in the schools, but you give a man $300,000 a year to do nothing. If you would grade his performance as the superintendent of schools, I'm sure you would give him the 3 Ps. You probably say, what is the 3 Ps? Piss poor performance. With the way the school system is. And we need people that's going to stand up and say it. This is not a Democrat or a Republican thing. This is a children thing. This is the next 4 generation thing. This is our young people being equipped to come out into the world to compete with anybody. That's what this is about. This is about our young people not being robbed of their education, that they will get the right education. They will understand the right things about life, history. They need to understand the Constitution rights. They need to understand that they can be whatever they want to be, and nobody can stop them from their destiny but themselves. But it's our job as adults, as parents, to empower our children to do that. So I want to encourage you guys, each and every one of y'all, I want to encourage and say, hey, look, let's show out. Let's have standing room only on Saturday. Standing room only on Saturday. Let's see what this man got to say. And he always have a way you can back it up. You can look it up for yourself to make sure it's legit. But we got to want the knowledge. We got to want the information. We got to want it. And I'm inviting each and every one of you guys out. This event is put on by Vested in Milwaukee. All expenses paid by Vested in Milwaukee. And we just want you guys to know Vested in Milwaukee is serious about investing in our city, to let you guys know what's going on, to let you guys know that everything is serious. Let me just read some numbers to you guys to show you the sadness of what's going on, because we have not done what we needed to do. All right? So, in 2020, only 4,200 people voted in 2020 in District 1. 4,200. In District 2, 4,100 people in District 2. In District 3, 10,000 people. In District 4, 3,900 people. In District 5, 7,700 people voted. In District 6, 4,500 people voted for alderperson in District 6. In District 7, 5,000 people. In District 8, 2,100 people voted in District 8. In District 9, 4,300. In District 10, 8,000 people in District 10. Out of all the people in District 10, 8,000. In District 11, 7,900 people voted in District 11. 4,900 people in District 11. I'm sorry, 7,900 people in District 11. In District 12, 1,900 people in District 12 voted. In District 13, 6,800 people. District 14, 10,000 people. District 15, 2,800 people voted in that race. So that lets me know two things. One is that we're not concerned about what's going on locally, and that's not important to us. Or two, we don't understand government. Every decision that is made for your life comes from a local level, because the local level can intercept some stuff that's coming down the pipe. Because when Evers said that they was going to shut down the whole state, there were certain counties that did not shut down, did not go along with what he was saying. So there's some things that from a local level you can intercept, but to let this happen, that these people from the city, the school board, the county are making decisions for our children, their lives, and we're not saying anything about it, anything at all. And so we have to come to a place. We have to come to a place right now that we ask ourselves, how important are my children to me? Because if my children is important, then I'm going to pay attention to what's going on. And I'm going to pay attention to what's going on locally, and I'm going to pay attention to what's going on education-wise, far as the school board, far as our auto person, far as our county supervisors, our county executive, our mayor. I need to know what's going on. I need to know what they're doing, and I need to know how it's going to affect my children and how it's going to affect me. And these are the things that we have to look at. These are the things that we have to make a decision on exactly what it is that we're allowing. How is it that? No, I'm not. How is it that we don't know what's going on in the school system? How is it that we don't understand what's going on with child sex trafficking? How is it that we don't understand what's going on with the school system? We had 3 children missing for a couple of days that went to MPS, and they all left school early. Not an adult checked them out, and they all left the school early. Nobody said anything. Nobody called to say if it's okay if they leave. Nobody had a note saying that it was okay for them to leave, and they was able to leave the school. Nobody knew. There was not one person that was not one person. The whole high school, you said the whole high school walked out. Why did they walk out? And so we have to get involved, parents, especially in the city of Milwaukee. We have to get involved in Milwaukee We have to find out what's really going on. You want to know what's going on in education? Join us Saturday, 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue, 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue, 2 o'clock p.m. 2 o'clock p.m. Dr. Duke Pestle will be with us. And Dr. Duke Pestle will be with us. And we're going to have an amazing time full of information. If you, after you there and you want the information that you can show other family members, I'm sure Dr. Duke Pestle has no problem giving you the information so you can go look it up for yourself, so you can go and check it out for yourself. The governor of Oregon said, the governor of Oregon just did away with the reading test, the writing test, the math test that they normally give to seniors for in high school because of children of color. So that now they're using our children. Our children are now is the reason why they don't have to take a test. Come on, you guys. That is not, that's unacceptable. And we have to say, you know what? We got to deal with this, and we got to deal with this right now. So Milwaukee, I'm putting this out again. Saturday, September 23rd, 2 p.m., 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue, 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue in the city of Milwaukee, 2 p.m. Dr. Duke Pestle will be in the house, hosted by Vested in Milwaukee. You guys come out and join us. You can call me at 414-676-0842, 414-676-0842, and I will even inform you with a little more what's going on and then what we can do to make a difference in our children's life. All right? I told you I wasn't going to be on long. I just wanted to talk about that for a few minutes. Join us this Saturday at 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue in the city of Milwaukee for an educational awakening. That's what I'm going to call it, an educational awakening. It's going to wake up some, stir up some, and anger some. So join us this Saturday, 4858 West Fond du Lac Avenue at 2 p.m. at Latter Rain Divine. Until next time, you know, I just want you guys to know it's all about empowering. Until next time, Dr. David D. King says,